Welcome back to MMA Sucka Fight fans. My name's Nate Freeman. I'm joined today by Matt Baker, who is competing in the 91 kilo division at the World Games 2022 in Muay Thai. Matt, how you doing today?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Appreciate you having me.
We're glad to have you as well. All right, so you are competing in Muay Thai. It's what you grew up doing, but what you've been doing for the past several years has been competing in Glory Kickboxing. So I know a lot of our fans are Glory fans. We have a good relationship with Glory, so they'll be excited to see you. But our focus now is on Muay Thai, and let's go ahead and talk about your U.S. trials experience. You only had one fight, and that one opponent came up from the weight class below you to even get you your one fight so that you could represent Team USA.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that experience. I'm sure it was frustrating that a lot of people, as you said, punked out at the last minute, but you get to represent Team USA now. So just give me your reflections on the whole Team USA trials experience and then the fight itself.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was definitely a up and down type of week to deal with it. You come ready. I came with my team, Wooden Man, and a bunch of teammates. We came early to get used to the elevation in Denver and start getting everything rolling. And then you roll up, I'm cutting a little bit of weight, getting ready to weigh in, and then you get the, good news and bad news, right? So it was a little difficult dealing with it. Now, of course, it was like you said, it was disappointing. But the good thing is that we have USA Muay Thai and all the good people behind it that were able to get me a fight and allow me to compete and allow me to represent now at the Worlds. So, it was up and down. I was frustrated during it. I want to compete versus the best. But, when it comes down to it, man, if some kid steps up or some dude steps up from the weight class below, he's about it, and he's a real person, a real fighter, and that's the people I want to compete against. I've been competing for a long time. I've been doing a lot of international fights, a lot of fights over the years, and I want to compete against the best because I believe I am the best. So it was, yeah, it was an interesting road to get here, right? But the fight ended up, it was a scrap. The kid came to throw down. It's a respectful gym. I really respect the gym he's from, and I'm real cool with the people, his coaches, and the people, the gym he's from, and all the people around there. So, it turned out good, and I think everything happens for a reason. So we're at a good spot.
Yeah, you won by TKO at the end of the second round. Yeah, so and now you're representing Team USA. A lot of our fighters on Team USA, this is, if not their first international experience, this is maybe their second or third. So they don't have as much international experience as you do, having fought all around the world for Glory. Tell me about the confidence it gives you to have fought on such a big stage. Against maybe some fighters that are maybe not as internationally experienced.
Yeah, I mean, I think as an American Muay Thai kickboxer, stand up specialist, you always want to go for the best, and the best is international. So I've been really lucky, man. I've been blessed my whole career to be able to do that. After just two amateur fights, I was able to compete in the IFMAs in Russia in 2012. I was on Team USA three times: 2012, 2013, and 2014. I got bronze in Malaysia and Russia, and I won the whole gold in Italy. So it's been a great thing to do that, and yeah, I've had a lot of great experience in Glory, great promotion. Happy to be with them. Happy to get another fight in before the end of the year with them, and yeah, the confidence it brings me is a lot. My whole career brings a lot of confidence for me. I know. Who I'm up against. I know what type of rule set I'm up against, and you know, I'm ready for it for sure. I feel like I've built my whole career around this type of stuff, man. Is making the Rocky moments, So I'm ready to go.
Absolutely. You mentioned the people in your bracket. There's a lot of talented fighters in your bracket at 91 kilos, which 91 kilos is around 200 pounds, correct?
Yeah, 200.2.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
And then, okay. So then tell me about some of the people in your bracket that you're looking forward to facing. Is there anybody on the tip of your tongue that you are hoping to get matched up with at all?
I mean, when you look at my bracket, every single country and every single person is a great country, and they're great in Muay Thai and very experienced. So I've been able to look up and down in my bracket, and all of them. I hope to face all of them. They're, and Muay Thai is a little different than kickboxing and MMA, right? We have a lot of respect here, and this is respect and God, you gotta respect the people that commit to Muay Thai and make it a lifelong journey. It's not like MMA, right? We don't get the limelight as much as all this other stuff, right? I've been ranked top 10 in the world in kickboxing for a long, long time, and I feel like I've been putting down and representing a lot, and the limelight doesn't really follow. But that's okay. It's a labor of love, and it's something I love. So I always respect Muay Thai fighters. I respect people that get to this level. I do know that there's a couple of countries. Well, everybody's really strong, right? But I've been able to find video on some of the fighters, and I know that the fighter from Poland, very experienced, very great fighter. He won the world championships in Abu Dhabi, so we're definitely looking at him. And we're looking at everybody, man. Iran looks very strong. I don't know how to say it. Mauritius, maybe. Saudi Arabia, Iran, Uzbekistan. It's a great bracket that brings a lot of respect. Doing well in the bracket and even being a part of this, man. That doesn't I'm not okay with just being a part of it. I'm here to make my mark, right? I'm here to bring United States to the world and show that we belong here. We have a strong team, we have strong fighters, and but to be included in this is great. It's great for my team. It's great for my coach who sacrifices a lot. It's great for my family, my friends, and most importantly, it's great for myself. So yeah, there's every country I'm looking at, and at this stage, every country's a battle, man. They're all top of the level, In I hope this doesn't offend anyone, right? But in IFMA, sometimes you have countries that are come and, the guys don't have as much experience, or, maybe it's their first international trip, or, who knows? Maybe they had a bad weight cut, or they don't know the Olympic committee running it and the IFMA World Games. You weigh in every day. This is not, I'm cutting tons of weight to weigh in, bro. You got to look to scrap multiple days in a row and make your weight. So, when you get to this Olympic Games, this is the world's, this is a different level, right? This is every single person is here to do damage, and I'm one of them. So it's a blessing to be able to represent here and have this be part of my accomplishments, man.
Absolutely. So, what have you been doing between the U.S. trials and now to prepare for the World Games, prepare for these fighters that are, like you said, all super talented and all coming from great fighting backgrounds? What has your training looked like?
It's been tough, man. It's been really tough. I've just been I'm more type of the person that I just put my head down and grind. I believe that I work harder than anybody. If you put me against anybody for sweat equity or hours in the gym, I believe I'm right up there with them if I'm not beating them. I came up with training on the same team as Nick and Nate Diaz, and as Gilbert and a lot of these guys. And I've seen the top echelon of hard work and what that brings. And that's what I've been doing, man. Luckily, super blessed to be able to be coached by Johnson on Fairtex, and also has Nunxium Fairtex as well to help and be the coaches in the gym. And man, when you're training with two Lumpini champions, if you've been to Thailand or trained Thai style, it's brutal. So I've just been my thing I've been doing, man, is consistency is king. And I've just been very consistent and trying to make improvements. Like you said before, Muay Thai is my background. Muay Thai is my love. That's where I came up. from young, not too young, right? But from being beginning of my career, I did Muay Thai, kickboxing for a long time, but it's great to get back to Muay Thai, man. It's more of a freestyle. There's less limitations on this style, right? There's more limbs to use. There's more weapons to use. So really just broadening my weapons, adding a couple new things, and just sharpening the blades, man, and getting ready to go, you know? So it's been a real hard grind with Johnson on, and I'm blessed to have him pushing me every day. So it's been hard work, man, every day.
Absolutely. I this is an MMA website, so you mentioned Nick and Nate Diaz. I do have to ask. I feel like I have to ask about your relationship with them and like how they are in the gym and all of that. What is training with them like?
Yeah, I mean, man, yeah, since I was pretty young, I remember them back in the day, like when Nick was fighting in Strike Force and before Nate got on the Ultimate Fighter show, and also Gilbert Melendez, Jake Shields, Moses Baca, all these OGs, man. And it's been cool to watch them, man, over the years and really see their success, and it comes through hard work and dedication, man. So them in the gym. It's been a little while since I've been able to get over and train with them. I trained in Stockton not too long ago. I was doing a little bit of groundwork also a year or two ago, thinking if I should smash some of these dudes in MMA. So yeah, man, they're great people. They lead by example, man. This is an everyday thing, bro. I remember Nick saying back in the day, interviews that are probably famous with, a lot of the public being like, you have to train so much, you hate it, right? You love it so much that you hate it. And you're like, what the hell is he talking about, right? And then going through the years of grinding so hard, you really start understanding Nate and Nick and Gilbert and all these guys talking. You understand from a perspective of going through it yourself. I train so much, man, that I love it so much, but it's a fucking grind, man. It's tough, so it's been really cool to come up with them, man. It's cool to be able to have them to be able to go out and train at El Nino or train at these gyms. Obviously I'm representing Wooded Man Muay Thai. This is my gym, this is my team, this is my family, Junction on Fairtex. But to be able to come up around these famous fighters and be able to see their successes and leading by example, man, it just makes the path more makes it more doable, right? It seems like it's not so foreign. You see these guys that are around you just putting in hard work and getting success from it. You're like, I could do this too, man. I got that in me. I got that hard work in me to drive and grind every day. So it's been a huge benefit to grow up around these guys and around this environment.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. That is something that I'm sure a lot of people are, really, really wanting to be in your shoes and be working with them. But yeah, let's continue on the MMA route. A couple of fellow former Glory kickboxers, Israel Adesanya and Alex Pereira, are both doing their thing in MMA now. And obviously, that's something that we really enjoy watching, seeing people go from different sports into MMA and still having success. But give me your thoughts on, it sounds like that's going to be the next matchup for the middleweight world title in MMA. Obviously, Pereira's won both times that they fought in kickboxing, but give me your thoughts on that fight in MMA, if you see it going any differently. And yeah, just give me your breakdown on that.
On the Izzy and Alex fight, huh? Yeah. I was around, not like talking to him, and obviously he speaks Portuguese, but I fought on a lot of cards with Alex, right? A lot of cards, and I don't know if he'd admit that, but we sized each other up a couple times. I'm high in the ranking, looking at the champ, like, okay, I see where I need to be, right? And Izzy, man, he's just such a talent, you know what I mean? And to watch them switch to UFC and be successful is real cool, I'm not a hater on nobody, right? Unless they want to come at me, and then we can have some problems, no problem. I'm down. But both of them are great fighters. Man, MMA style, I really see Izzy being able to take that one in MMA. I think that Alex is a great fighter, man. His power is right. He got a lot of pop, and you put those MMA gloves on, man. They make a world of difference, bro. People don't think that, but 10 ounce to 4 ounce, bro. It's so much difference, and the little things of blocking and slipping those punches through in the back of the head and the jaw and getting more damage because their knuckles are slipping through a little, right? It's very difficult, but Izzy's his distance control is so good, right? And personally, I think you put those 4 ounce gloves on Izzy, it's opens up a whole new thing, right? Because 10 ounce, it's difficult for these the Dutch kickboxers are very, very strong, high guard, come back with combos, right? Block, bow, they explode off of it, right? Not in a bad way. I'm not saying this in a bad way, but they're kind of zombie style, right? It's like high guard zombie, like you hit them with hell stuff and it's hard to get through. So when you have that match, I think Glory Izzy could have done so well if he had more fights, right? It's just with that zombie match, it was a little difficult for him, I think. But man, with those 4 ounce gloves, bro, I mean, you give him a lot of pop. So I believe that match, it'll be a great match. But I think that Izzy's going to be able to get the distance control, and I think the power is going to surprise everyone. That he's going to be able to sting Alex a couple times. Alex has a great chin, has a lot of power, and he has a good IQ on him, man. He's not just throwing to throw. You can tell that he puts techniques in. He puts techniques to try and make you bait on it, right? He fakes you. He's not just coming forward bowling, bull rushing. He has some good techniques and good things that he can hide behind to catch you with that exploding power. Yeah, like I said, I really think the fight is going to go Izzy's way. I think he's been just making huge strides in that MMA game. Obviously, I think it'll be mostly a kickboxing fight. I wouldn't be surprised if the clinch came in a little bit. But, I just see Izzy taking that. Hey, if you need anybody to help you sparring, I'm 6'5". I'm a big dude with a lot of pop. Izzy can, hit me up, But yeah, I not to repeat myself, man, but I really think Izzy is going to take that one. I'd be excited to see it next. Good on both of them for getting to this level and getting to the money. That's a great thing for all of us, man. I know that this is a tough sport and it's hard to grind so far and still count your change at the gas station or trying to do stuff, because we're grinding, man. We're top of the world, and to be able to get to that financial spot is a great thing for both of them. So, yeah, I just don't see Alex being able to catch him with the power. I think it's going to be too much to get through, man. I really see Izzy taking that one. It's hard to say it'll go 5, but maybe Izzy in 4. But yeah, I really just see it early on. I see distance control. I see low kicks. I see long techniques from Izzy, and I see Alex obviously trying to come through throwing that bomb. But, it's hard to say, man. It's hard to say, but I got Izzy. You hear Izzy talking about it all the time, like, watch that second fight. Did you watch the second fight? I was tagging him up, and I saw an interview with Chael Sonnen where he's like, no one's seen the fight. Everyone talk. I've seen the fight. I've seen it multiple times. I've watched it all the time. Izzy's fight with Alex in Brazil, and he was tagging him up, bro. He was getting the best of Alex for a while there. So it's gonna be interesting, man. But it's fun. I mean, you can't deny seeing these two top level kickboxers at the highest level in UFC throwing down. It's gonna be a great fight, man. I'm real excited for it.
Definitely looking forward to that. No matter who wins, who loses, it's gonna be a barn burner of a fight. And it's gonna be a ton of fun to watch. Yes, we're definitely looking forward to that. Okay,
yeah,
so
for sure.
reeling it back into Muay Thai and the World Games. Tell me some of the folks on Team USA that you're looking forward to seeing compete, and maybe some international folks that you're looking forward to seeing compete as a spectator.
Yeah, man, on Team USA, I'm excited to see all of them compete. It's great to see these fighters step up. I think that when I competed in the IFMAs in 2012 and 2014, I really think that it really made my career, man. It really stepped up my career to be able to see this Olympic level. And I think there's two ways you can go about that, right? Because I've seen it firsthand. Now, I'm not going to call out names, but I'm just saying I've seen it firsthand. Personally, I believe that I went there and I saw the level and I go, shit, all right, I need to get on. I need to get on this. I need to fight as much as possible. And I really believe I benefited from it a lot, man. Seeing these international guys, I was watching Kubalin, Kem Sitsompinong, you're watching Bahitov was back in the day in Russia fighting, and you don't even know he's Bahitov yet, right? Because he's not smashing all these guys in glory. And Valentina, I've seen her compete and run through people all the time. One of our fighters fought against Antonina Shevchenko, Valentina's sister in Malaysia, and she didn't know it was Antonina, right? So being able to watch these people has been a huge benefit. But there's also that thing that, unfortunately, maybe it happens mostly in the United States, I'm not sure, but there's also another side of that where you can go to the IFMAs or you can go to the Olympics and you can see this level and you can go and have your damn nose up and be all cocky now and think that you're the damn best thing around because you're on this certain level. And I've seen that happen to fighters where they go, I competed in the IFMAs, I'm this and this, he ain't shit, she ain't shit, blah, 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 blah. And you're like, I'm competing in this to put myself on, my team on, and my coach, but I'm also want the United States to keep leveling up, right? I see these other fighters and I don't hate on it. I go, this is amazing. And to get back to the question is, Tierra Brandt is a savage. You know what I'm saying? And what's funny is that her parents, Danny Brandt, and Desiree, in 2012, Desiree competed in the IFMAs, right? And so I go way back with them, and she's a savage, man. And you're watching these 18-year-old girls or whatever, and it doesn't matter if it's female or male, right? Just this 18-year-old fighter coming out with so much tenacity, so much technique, and that's what I see the United States being in a couple years, right? We're going to keep advancing and keep getting this going, and soon there's going to be avenues where I don't have to jump to UFC and MMA to be able to make money or get a limelight on me or be successful, So for me, I'm excited to see Tiara compete. I'm excited to see Aaron compete. I'm excited to see also everybody on the U.S. team. Now, it was cool seeing Team Thailand. They're bringing Capitan. Holy shit.
Yes.
I mean, god damn, bro, you're in that bracket. That's an honor to fight with those guys. I haven't looked too much at the other brackets. I've been so just Groundhog's Day, man, just grinding every single day. I did see Iman Barlow is in Tiara's bracket. That's amazing to see, bro. I mean, the opportunities to be able to fight these people is, not once in a lifetime because I believe we all can do this, but it's so beneficial to our career and to everything, man. So I'm excited. Like I said, my amateur career, my career in general was built off this Team USA. I believe, tournaments was my way of fighting. I could never get a single fight or someone to show up to fight me in the United States when I was an amateur. Tournaments was my way. I'm like, tournaments, bro, they got to show up. And fighting 2 times, 3 times in a day, whatever. I mean, WKA tournament, I went up to the open weight as well and competed in that and got to the finals and fought some dude 6'8", 260 or something like that, Tournaments are amazing. So I'm obviously, my Instagram handle is Matt Baker USA. I'm big in the USA. I have family members that were in the military. I have great respect for the military. I love the United States, and you know, it's it's a blessing, man. I'm excited to be able to grab my own flag out of my closet, put it on my back, and go put on. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to represent. And no matter what, I'm gonna give everything I have, and that's why I believe the military and everyone. I can't compare myself, and I never would. But I can do my part in putting my flag on my back and putting on, man. I'm here to represent, and I think the whole Team USA is here, and it's amazing seeing these steps in Muay Thai these days, man. It's crazy from the 10 years ago when it was, I wasn't allowed to bring the flag into the ring at the IFMAs, Now you flash forward 10 years, we're representing, man. We got great people. Tiara was the best in the tournament. You know what I mean? 3 years running, she's won the worlds. It's amazing to see, man. So sorry, I'm rambling off a little, but hopefully that answered the question.
No, you're good. I completely understand. That's yeah, we're looking forward to seeing you and the rest of Team USA put on for the country, and we're looking forward to seeing some incredible, amazing, exciting fights coming up here next week. Before I let you go, though, you mentioned your Instagram handle, Matt Baker USA. Are there any other social media platforms that people can follow you on?
Twitter as well, Matt Baker USA. Those are kind of the two I stick to. I'm not on Facebook too much. I do the Instagram thing and the Twitter thing a little bit. I'm trying to get better with my Instagram, man. I'm always so busy. I do have an older American kickboxer vlog that I put on the YouTube, and I do put on my Instagram as well. And yeah, Matt Baker USA, Twitter and Instagram, man. And that's the socials.
Yeah, and what about any sponsors, any shout outs you want to give?
I always feel bad because I feel like I always forget somebody, man. But sponsors, I got a lot of people helping me out, man. But I just really want to thank my coach, Johnson on Fairtex. I want thank my manager and my homie Brian Soriano. I want to thank Arena Training Center. Lorraine and Fabiano are helping me a lot. Kinder's Barbecue around here helps me out tons. And there's so many sponsors that I can't really think of. Backpack Boys, my homies. That's pretty much it, man. If you're watching this, I forgot to say your name, man. I'll shout you out in person and say thank you. I have so many people to thank, man. My family, my friend, my team, my sponsors, my homies, everybody. Wooden Man Muay Thai, Nunxium Fairtex, all the amateur fighters, pro fighters, everybody. Man, it's cool, man. I really feel like I got army behind me nowadays, and I got a lot of strength behind me, man. A lot of good people around that support what I'm doing. So I'm excited to be able to represent and show what I'm about, man. I'm excited.
Absolutely. Matt Baker, we're definitely looking forward to seeing you compete. Looking forward to seeing you in person here in Birmingham here in a week or so. So, yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your evening. I hope you have a safe trip over, and looking forward to seeing you compete next weekend.
Cool, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate you,
All right,
man.
Thank you. Take care.
All right, brother.